So, just a short educational video on the right to return goods under contract law, as some may wish to do so, as we just had a big event, the Black Friday sales and Christmas coming up. So your basic rights in Ireland under contract law are fault or non-fault as described goods, and this is under the Sale of Goods and Supply of Services Act 1980 as amended in Ireland. Any goods you buy from a retailer must be of merchantable quality, fit for their purpose, normal purpose, and as described. Now this includes price, advertising, labelling, salesperson, the description of the product. If a product you bought is faulty or fails to meet those conditions, you may be legally entitled to have the retailer repair it or replace it or refund you. Now, what can you do? You can get your money back. You don't have to accept a store credit. Only refund if your statutory right is for a refund or replacement. A voucher or credit note that does not override these rights is your entitlement. Now, the rights under this law does last a long time under contract law, and you can raise a valid claim for up to 6 years from purchase under Irish law, but reasonable wear and tear and might not be considered. You know, it's understandable that things wear and tear and mightn't be covered unless there's a guarantee and such. So you can also seek retribution for this in the Small Claims Court in Ireland for a fee of €25, and as Ireland is part of the EU, which means that extra protections are in place when you can make purchases online, or where you make purchases online, or phone, mail order, or for locations other than a physical store. Amazon, for example. Distance or premises sales, these originate from the Consumer Rights Directive 2011/83/EU as implemented in Ireland. So when you buy online or via a similar distance, it means you get a cooling off period of 14 calendar days after receiving the goods, during which you can cancel the contract for any reason. So subscriptions and loans, you usually get a cooling off period. So you don't need to justify your decision in any of these. If you exercise that right to cancel, you must return the goods within 14 days unless the trader agreed to collect them. You may have to pay the return postage or transport cost unless the seller agreed to cover those or failed to inform you before the purchase. Now, the seller must refund you within 14 days of cancellation once they have the goods back or you provided proof of return. And there are exemptions, for example, customized, tailor-made goods, perishable goods, some clothing goods, sealed goods like that are unsealed for hygiene reasons, e.g. underwear, swimwear, some digital content, and a few other categories do apply in this scenario. Now, again here, you can apply your rights across and with the EU Small Claims Procedure. You can use the European Small Claims Procedure to make a claim against another business or organisation or even a customer. And the procedure covers claims up to €5,000, excluding expenses, in any EU country except for Denmark. Now, the European Small Claims Procedure is an alternative to national procedures, and you can view it on the European Small Claims website and fill out a form, and they'll go through the judgment. And a judgment for this procedure is recognised and enforceable in another EU country and cannot be opposed unless there are inconsistencies with an existing judgment in the other EU country between the same parties. Now, what is the advantage of taking this small claim procedure? Well, you don't need to hire a lawyer to start a small claims procedure, and the claim should be solved more quickly. The procedure is simpler, especially for cross-border claims. And how much then does it cost? Well, you usually have to pay a court fee. As I said, in Ireland it's €25. Similar fee if you use the European Small Claims Directive, the courts, and which you'll be reimbursed for this if your case is successful. And in cross-border cases, you may also have to pay for forms to be translated. Now this cost again will be reimbursed if your case is successful, and if it's a big item it's worth taking these cases, you know. So how does the claim procedure work then? Well, first you make a claim using the small claims form, as I said. You fill out the form and send it to the court that has the jurisdiction over the claim. In Ireland, the district court usually, and this could be in the country where your business is established or in other EU country concerned. Usually Ireland, district court, that's it. And once the court receives the application form, it must fill in its part of the answer form. So the court then may ask you to fill in form B, for example, if they think you need to add more information. Not a very complicated form. Look through it yourself in the small claims court, you'll see. And within 14 days of receiving the application form, the court must serve a copy of it on the defendants, along with the answer form to the defendant, as I said. And the defendant has to fill out their part of the answer form within 30 days. And this is by court order. And the court must send you a copy of any reply within 14 days. Then the court has 30 days after receiving the answer. You have your form filled out, and then if they don't answer, they give judgment. The court gives a judgment on the small claim. They request further details in writing from either party, you or the defendant. The party is summoned to this oral hearing at the small claims court, and it's a pretty informal procedure, just a judge and the other person and you. And there's no lawyer has to be present. The outcome of the claim then is enforced. The enforcement order authorities will enact the decision following national rules if it's in the EU court's claims procedure. And then a court can only refuse to enforce the judgment if it's incompatible with a previous judgment between your company and the defendant on the same issue, but that doesn't apply to normal consumers like yourselves probably. So the judgment will be valid for all EU countries then, except for Denmark. Now, I hope this video offers some help and educational perspective on your rights when purchasing goods in sales and going forward into the Christmas period. And of course, I will be providing a lot more helpful videos in all elements of the legal sphere and helping break them down in plain English. And of course, I'm going to have upcoming protest videos. And I do also wish to address the issue of one person's right to display the national flag, and how an EU court awarded a citizen 3,000 in compensation for breaching his Article 10 right to freedom of expression. And this was held some time back, but it's very interesting to see how his rights were breached for his display of his national flag. So hit the notification bell if you wish to be notified. Take care, and I hope you enjoyed that brief video, and I'll be seeing you before the Christmas. But happy Christmas in advance if you're hitting those Christmas markets and know your consumer rights. Take care.